all the way down. Nothing is drooping and hanging out. So, I mean, why should that pose? Why should you come on the camera in the comfort of your home and dress like you're going to a banquet? I mean, to me, it's ludicrous. It's crazy. And I don't think you should pay attention to whatever is being said. You're a young girl. You're 19. You know, it's even if you wear shorts, even if you have a little belly showing or whatever, it's summertime. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And even if you go to church and you're wearing a dress that's above the knee, that's fine. Render your heart, not your garment. People pay too much attention to what you have on, right? I mean, don't look at my face. We're having a conversation. You ain't got to look at my outfit or what I got on, you know? Fix your eyes where your eyes needs to be, yo, you know? So, I mean, it's a lot of hypocritical things and man-made laws that have been put into how you're supposed to appear. And like you rightly said, the colonial people that came and said this, sometimes, listen, the radical in me, why the hell do I have to get up at this time? Why do I got to use a knife and fork when, you know, my my people, we used our hands, we ate, we enjoyed it better that way. But here they come with this tool and say, this is the correct way to do this. This is the correct way to do that. I mean, come on. The Zulu women, they got it all out showing, and they got their stomach showing. They got the little skirts and they hula hoop and do all of this stuff. Nobody sees them. Everybody's blind to their body type or whatever because that's their culture. But you're outside of that now, so you're expected to look a certain way. You're expected to sit a certain way. You're expected to behave a certain way. I mean, there are places, there's a time and a place for everything. We know that. So I mean, embrace yourself. You're coming into who you are. You're liking yourself. You're crushing on yourself. Your body is getting tight. Your body, you know, I mean, of course you're going to wear jeans to emphasize you're beautiful before gravity pulls it all down. And you're in my situation. Right? So enjoy who you are. Everything in modesty. There's nothing wrong with showing your arms. There's nothing wrong. I mean, you have on something very nice right now. My daughter is 19 and it's the same.
Hi.
Well, hello, sir.
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
All right, we have somebody else joining us. Binta, no need to go away. Just wait a little. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh man, I think I'm honored this night. I count myself as one of the lucky guys. Yeah. When it comes to dressing, I think literally we've literally forgot that we are Africans. We literally forgot that we have our own way of dressing. And to be honest, our own way of dressing, from my understanding, yeah, it's not we covering the whole body. We dress according to our culture, and that's what we are identified with. So, yeah, so if someone is putting on something foreign to me, because I live abroad, yeah, so when it's summer, you see a lot. Yeah, because by default, I'm not used to seeing that growing up. So I tend to feel as if these people are not dressing properly. I grew up in a deeper life setting. So I tend to see that these guys are not dressing properly. I don't attend deeper life now. Yeah, I don't attend deeper life now, but I grew up with that mentality. So when I see people dress like that, I feel it that they are not dressing properly. Even my wife, when he dressed, I'll feel it, but I don't say it because I now realize, but it's just something that has been part of me. All right, and I realize that these things is just like a kind of brainwash that we grew up with, and we accept it either from religion or from a foreign perspective. And as a matter of fact, yeah, I've lived abroad for a while. Yeah, I've lived in England for a while. I was born here. My parents located back. Yeah, I'm back now. My parents still back home. So I could understand. I have two lives. I schooled here and I schooled in Nigeria as a teenager. Yeah, so I have two lives. I can understand. And I'm able to draw the lines in between, you know, as a Westerner and as an African. So, basically, what I'm going to say to this, yeah, is Yeah, however, wherever you want to dress and it fits you. When I was growing up, I've seen people that because of common TV, they beat their children to stupor. I've seen parents that are pastors that don't allow their children to wear jeans. Can you imagine jeans? This is a man. Jeans. It's, as a matter of fact, we are only deeper life that their children wear jeans. All of that children, they can't hear it. They don't wear jeans. I still remember a guy, a fantastic footballer. He was recruited for under 17. His parents said because in football they wear shorts, they didn't allow this guy to go for training.
Happened to my brother.
They didn't allow you to go for training. Can you imagine?
Right?
Because they wear shorts in a soccer game. Then you say because that thing is exposing your thigh as a man, not a woman now. Yeah. And they didn't allow him, and he was chosen for under 17 to play for the country. This happened for about 20 years ago. You know, so a lot of things has happened. And these pastors, while we are growing up, all their daughters, no one married. They got pregnant along the line. They got pregnant.
Anytime crazy things happen when I was growing up, first thing we said is it a pastor's kid? Because it's like they're always trying to break out. Because, you know, it's too much pressure on them, what's expected of them. They can't be normal kids. They can't wear normal clothes that all the other kids wear because you're a pastor. And it's the same thing they're trying to do to your daughter, Freeze, because you are supposed man of the cloth, a religious leader, is the way they look at you. They expect your daughter to come with some turtleneck outfit, long sleeves, or whatever.
Turtleneck, yeah. You come with a turtleneck.
My brother would have been a professional football player, but because of the church that they were associated with, they couldn't. His legs were not supposed to be shown. This, that. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much. You know, there was a church that my sister-in-law belonged to as well that controlled everything they did. They got paid on Friday or every 2 weeks. Everybody was supposed to bring their paycheck to the pastor. Then he'll allocate to you what he thinks you should have. I mean, it's just some crazy, it's not cultish, you know? Anybody that tries, or any organization that tries to control what you wear, who you should be around, who you should talk to, what you should eat, I mean, it is a cult. It is a cult. I don't care who they are. I don't care. I hope they're hearing me. Any association that controls your life is a cult. You hear me? What's your name, sweetie pie?
Daniela.
Daniela.
That's a nice name.
Hear me well? Anywhere they're trying to control you, it's a straight up cult, baby. Step back.
Straight up, mate.
Let me live my life. I ain't doing anything.
Law. Thank you so much, Binta. And the gentleman, we didn't quite get your name. What's your name, sir?
Yeah. On Instagram it's Coronati, but my name is Shola. And
thank
my
you.
name is
Lovely. You guys
I'd like to speak with you, to be honest. I have something I like to discuss with you. I don't mind paying for your time.
Okay, Shola, no problem. Send me a DM. I'll hook you up today. I like the sound of paying for your time. It sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Someone come and give birth to me. What about Daddy Freeze? Someone give birth to you. Oh yeah, Binta, take care. Shola, see you in the DM.
Yes, thank you. Cheers, bye.
Seyi Law, are you still here? Let me end with Seyi Law. I saw him here earlier on. Seyi? Yes, Sherry. You want to end? You're enjoying yourself?
Because there's still more.
There's still more. Ah. All right.
That is Freeze.
Seyi Law. This is
boy, it's so nice to be with you, man.
Lovely to have you here. So what's your contribution?
You know, as I was listening, and I just remember the show that I did in 2019 that I said Blacker Than Ever. And I remember talking a lot about African culture and our history. And I said something. I said, the white people who came to Africa and then they told us that we were primitive, that we were dressing naked and all that. Now you go to England and it's just about 16 degrees, 18 degrees, and they're walking around almost naked. And then in Africa, they have an average temperature of 28 degrees. We're wearing three-piece suits.
Brother, brother, I don't understand how it's permitted in. As in, I the way this t-shirt hits, they burn me. Ask my kids.
You know how funny it is that the more we think we are educated, the more we lose a greater part of our culture. And it is very funny. And that was why when somebody asked me one time, he said, between moral and legal, which will you choose? And I said, you see, legality and morality are almost based off on the same thing, but the problem with morals is that what is morally right in your culture might be morally wrong in my culture. And so I tend to tilt towards legality because legality comes from a place of human right, you know, and a bit of freedom of expression. And so every time I think about it, some of the dressing that we adopted through religion are quite very funny. The people in the Middle East, which used to be North Africa, by the way, and then, you know, the whites' way of trying to coin things and bring division all the time, creating borders and that were not there, because the Middle East was formerly referred to as North Africa, that somehow became divided, and then we have the Middle East.
It was all part.
Their dressing is influenced by their region, where they had to wear the turban because of the sandstorm and all those stuff. And now somebody who is in Nigeria that does not suffer from sandstorm will not tie turban from head to the neck. And then you now see in the north, during the high temperature period, people are suffering from meningitis and people are dying because they are all dressed up, portraying religion and dying from the ignorance of, you know, medical ignorance, where they are supposed to free themselves and allow breeze to come in. You're all tied up, and then heat stroke starts killing people. And you're wondering, when will we evolve? And that's why sometimes when I talk to people, I say sometimes we read the Bible and then we don't really think deep about it, because for some people, some pastors have made Bible so illogical and it has become a mystery. The Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. It didn't say the fear of God is all wisdom. That means if you fear God, you begin to you're supposed to begin to open your heart to principles that guides different wisdom. That is why there is principle to wealth, there is principle to health. You can't have ulcer and go and do 40 days fasting. It is stupidity. You can fear God and still be stupid if you don't open your heart to other principles that make wisdom a principal thing. You know, and it is so annoying. No, it is. See, sometimes when I see some gathering where there are motivational speakers, there are multi-millionaires, there are people that are being called to come and talk, and then I listen in, and then I'm wondering, is this truly all of it? Is this truly all of it? Because Some of these people that aspire to perspire will never tell you some of the free credit or the free loans that they got that they never paid back that made them who they are.
That made them aspire to perspire.
Oh God, you won't understand. And then you begin to follow the principles and it looks as if you are stagnant. That is because we have encoded so many